Okay. Okay. 14. I can only use this once a day. And I had to use it close. When I tried to use it from the top of the pit and use it at the bottom, it didn't work. Only when I was about 60 feet or so was it working.
Okay. Are you thinking about Mooker? Are you concentrating on the spell? Whenever you hold the Charm of Lading, you can feel that there's something there.
Yeah? Can I see what he's doing?
Okay, so you begin concentrating on it, and you receive an image of Uker standing before the statue of Zeus.
Go to the bottom of the pit and start eating again. And eat if you're hungry. Let's see what happens when you fall, asshole. Does he move? I can actually see Uker.
You get like an idea of where he is, and then you issue a new command as a move action. Going to the bottom of the pit.
And eat if you're hungry.
Eat. Okay. So you know that there's food at the bottom of the pit. And you know how to get there.
Okay. I think I'm going to go I'm not going to go out and up the sewer tube.
Probably.
Because I don't want to jump 400 feet down, because that sounds dumb.
Yeah, you do see Uker change into a wolf and then run off. Like you when you concentrate on him, you get an idea or glimpses of where he is. It's not like perfect vision through Uker's eyes.
Yeah.
But you get an idea of what he's doing.
I can kind of see what he's doing. I'm going to check on this every hour. See how long it lasts.
This thing could last for days.
I gave him a command to go and feed if he needs to. Now the question is, if someone else grabs it, will they get control? He hands it to Oberon. Well, will it break if I give it to you? Like break the charm or the control?
Because it's an artifact, I was never able to identify it properly. I don't know.
Let's try it. If I've still got control for the whole day, I can reuse it again tomorrow. We'll try it tomorrow, and if it's still running, and see if it continues. All right?
Okay, Uker. What do you want to eat at this point in time? So you go running back into the sewer, and then the command was you can eat if you want to eat. So what do you like to eat?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Okay.
Rabbit.
Can I tell him eat food there?
Horse sounded pretty good.
So you're gonna go look for something to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a survival check and a perception check.
Okay. Give me a moment. $19 perception, 20 survival.
You're not too sure where chicken is. You end up finding rat. Rat's not very tasty, but you captured a couple of rats.
As long as it's fresh.
And then an hour later, when Lemio says he checks in again, you actually see Uker sitting on top of one of the buildings eating a rat.
Stay in the sewer and only eat what's in the sewer. Eat the food that we left for you in the sewer, in the bottom of the pit.
You feel that he's really pissed at this.
It's like fucking micromanaging his diet now.
Yeah. No, do not
Need to lose some weight, Uker.
Iximus
Only
Calla
poop and
from her
rats from
hiding
now on.
spot far away was glaring at you underneath the strange lights of the celestial bodies in this place, and you were just sitting there going, "Where is my chicken?" while you were pouting, eating rat. Okay, Okay, so you managed to keep him there. The last thing is you said was only eat the
Go to
food
the-
that is there. So
In the pit.
Yeah, stay there. You said stay there, and then you said you only eat the food that's there.
That's in the pit.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You were headed towards the pit, and then you got the second command, which was only eat the food that's in the pit. So you then dropped the rat.
Okay. And I go wherever I want, but don't eat anything outside the pit, or is it?
Yep. The last command was only eat.
Doesn't mean
the
you
things in the
can't
pit.
hunt.
Correct. You can kill for
Right.
sport.
So I'm going to go kill things.
Okay. So give me another perception check as you're playing a game of cat and mouse with the Coatl.
I'll find you.
It's flying, so it's staying at a distance. It's big.
Oh, she's on the ethereal plane.
She can jaunt there. She can't stay there all night, though.
She casts it at will. She can stay there as damn well long as she likes.
Well, 3 days without sleep would be fun. 26.
Nah, she's you actually climb over to another building top in Acropolis, and you smelled her. She's somewhere like, you're so mad, so close. And then an hour later, when Lemmy said he'd check in on you again.
Now Emmy's
you see
pissed
him on
off.
top of a building. He's tearing up like shingles of the building, getting mad.
Now go to the bottom of the pit and don't move. Period.
Immediately try to menstruate.
Go to the bottom of the pit,
Okay,
Actually,
so
just go to the bottom
of
of the
the pit. You see him starting to
and
head
I'm gonna
there.
keep.
Don't move.
And I'm gonna
He
stay with. I'm gonna.
stops.
No. Go to the bottom of the pit. I realize now that the last command is the only thing that takes effect. Go to the bottom of the pit.
All right, you now kind of concentrate on him, and he's heading to the bottom of the pit now.
Okay. When he's at the bottom of the pit, don't move. I'll just keep him there for a while. You arsehole.
Okay, you do see that he does have a modicum of control over himself. Bodily functions. He can lie down and find a place to rest. He can physically move. It's not like you paralyzed him, but you do see, you check in on him, and it seems like he's now kind of staying in that area.
Got me.
No, bite your own leg off. No. I don't say that. Well, rest the night and see what happens tomorrow. Actually, I can't rest the night. I'm going to keep checking every hour.
Yep.
See if I can still have the connection.
So, morning of the 15th. You still have the connection in the morning, although Lemio didn't get much sleep, so he's fatigued.
Yep, I know. I'm going to give the charm to somebody else, see if they have a connection.
Okay, that morning, it's raining lightly outside, and we're going to actually do a cutscene.
Oh, crap.
As the first night of the full moon
Is it loading?
also had other transformations.
Hmm?
The first night of the full moon had other transformations on Vosgard. There are screams that issue forth from the sleepy village of Kaloj,
I told you.
as 5 women who are bit begin to run around and cause havoc in the town. One of which was a little bit isolated and merely ended in the death of 12 cats in her tower. But the others bit multiple men and women apiece. 16.
No, I wasn't there for that, so you guys are fucking responsible for that one.
We're gonna look like idiots. Oh no, I wasn't the healer.
And then we move back and pull back into the night as many wolves are baying at the full moon. And we go to an ancient fort, partially built by orcs, partially built by giants, called Red Lake Fort, that recently let 30 victorious orc riders upon dire wolves back into their garrison. The Night of the Bloody Wolf also afflicted the orcs as well. As those women, the witch and the druid, concocted their plan, it will now be the season of the wolf, and none shall be spared. The bloody confusion of orc werewolves running around in their camp in the dead of night, biting other orcs, dragging orcs that they capture back to the women that were in their brigade, and even perhaps some of the hill giants themselves. As garrison turns upon garrison, giants blame orc, orc blame giant, and a very, very pouty and very, very angry daughter of the Queen of Hill Giants is screaming bloody murder in the night. We pull back, and then dawn comes, breaks over the horizon, and Uker wakes up. He's in this dirty pit, and Uker gets a will save to see if he even remembers what happened the night prior.
Well then. Let's not fail this. Will saves are my best saves, he said jokingly.
The DC of the will save is 20.
I fail.
Okay. So the only thing that you remember was you were having a heart attack, and then you heard the voice. The last thing it said was, "You are the weapon." And you're lying there in dirt. The food from the camp, actually you were told not to move, but you're allowed to do things. The food is kind of all spilled on the ground a little bit, like in a way that Uker would have never let the food kind of be spilled all over the ground.
Yeah.
It's like you ripped open the bag and the food went flying everywhere. It's like you didn't even sleep in the bedroll, you just sort of woke up and your face is kind of in some weird muck.
Yeah.
Were you injured the night before?
Your heals.
You would have
Well,
regenerated.
yeah,
probably.
As long as they
regenerated
didn't poke me for 3 minutes.
Yeah. There's maybe a tear on some of your clothes, I guess, because when you're in hybrid form, your clothes reappear. But what the hell?
There was a missing grate from the ground.
Yeah, you
The
see
grates,
you see
yeah.
the bent grate in this sewer exit that you didn't see before.
Right back.
Well, that looks like me.
Yeah.
What is the Christopher Walken character doing? The
You can't see him. There's light above and then there's light below, but there's not light in the middle, so you can kind of just see like there's a shadow. Praying, kneeling.
So am I your weapon or no? Am I your weapon or no? Fine. Be a quiet war spirit. I will start basically seeing if I can create any alchemy with what I have done this whole and I got a way out, so
Right.
I'm going to climb out.
So you're
and
gonna
then
wiggle
go-
through.
Yep.
Is it possible for you to get stuck?
If I roll a 1, I fail by more than 5.
Okay. There's a chance you might be able to get stuck in the grate.
Okay. Okay, I don't fail. Natural 20. 20. I make it.
Yeah, you're not too sure where your mutagen went. You looked around. It's just gone. You don't see it anywhere.
Okay. I'm going to basically climb up and go back.
Actually, no. Wait. You can look around in the pit, but generally you feel this compulsion to stay there.
Oh, I'm still.
Yeah.
I was like, I should leave. Oh, maybe I should.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I still feel it?
So in the morning, yeah, you are very tired. You've got fatigue, but you've every hour you've woken up and you've checked on Uker, and then in the morning you check again, and you get a general sense that Uker's milling around at the bottom of the. You don't see
Like
him.
it's
You just get the sense of what he's up to. He's milling around.
all right. Somebody else take it. I've got to rest. See if you have a connection. Give it to Oberon.
I don't want it.
I can't keep this up. I've got to rest.
Yes, and I'm a wizard. I like my rest.
He's already rested. It's the next morning.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be responsible for the thing.
Lockrick, can you grab this?
Yes, I will remain awake.
No, I assume this is the next morning. Like people have slept.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to. I just need to rest for my. I need to get my sleep.
Lokrik takes it. There was this brief moment, Uker, where you felt like the shackles in your mind raised, but then they came back down again. Does changing people change the last command? Probably not. So.
Careful not to give him any commands. You'll follow the last thing you said.
Oh.
Dance,
Even
monkey,
from
dance.
Even from here, he can hear you.
Just tell him to sleep.
He did sleep.
What happens if he wakes up?
The last command was sleep, wasn't it?
I mean, wakes up from the charm. We can use his charm again today.
Okay, he says his command. He concentrates and he says his command out loud.
Rest down there, boy.
He said it out loud?
Yep.
No.
Uker,
That means
Uker also
that means
hears
no.
the command.
Tell him to stay there. Resting means he can go do activities and then come back and rest there. Do you understand? You have to be very specific with what you're saying.
Well, then I can't tell him to rest and stay down there.
Tell him to stay down there. He'll fall asleep. He fell asleep when I told him to stay there.
Stay down there.
Okay. You were about to kind of like get a nice morning nap in and...
I suppose it doesn't really stop me from if that was what I wanted to do.
Well, he's already like resting around, like putting his stuff ready. He'd probably sleep.
Well,
Yeah, you can go for a shit, get something to eat, like do normal stuff, but as long as you're generally following those commands, then you're fine. Then you're fine.
okay. He's trying to see if there's anything mushroomy, something down here that he could start getting alchemist ingredients.
Okay. This might take you a while to actually
Yeah.
MacGyver together a alchemist kit.
I'm don't know how long they're going to leave my ass in a hole.
Right. So as part of your daily duties, you look around for things that you can use, and one of the things that you are is an alchemist. So you're not doing major crafting; you're just gathering things. So you scrape off a little bit of moss. You're like, this is going to take forever, and you got it in this like piece of old armor, and then you've got some mushrooms gathered up, and they're just sitting there going, how am I going to distill this? And then you're like, oh, I'll take a nap. It feels like you guys have solved the Euchre problem.
Well,
what are you doing that evening?
well, we have to go see him that day.
Oh, you can go see
He's
him.
not going to be.
Okay, well, you're
Yeah,
not just going to leave him or forget him in the pit. Okay, so you go and visit Euchre. That's fine.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad as a DM.
So I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep for 8 hours.
Okay. Let me get some rest.
I'll get my rest.
Does anybody else do anything that day, I guess would be the question.
Well, there's still time left, right? It's only been. So we get up at 10. It would be 4 p.m.
Assuming
or
get
6
up at, like,
6 p.m.
dawn. So after 8 hours of rest, it's like 2 p.m.
1 o'clock or 2. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll go see him. I have 2 stones, mine and his. Who's coming?
Is anyone else doing anything important this day, or are you guys just waiting around?
Not really, no. Just waiting around.
Okay.
Does word of orc attack in Kaloj make it to town?
Not yet.
Okay.
Can I continue researching my spells?
If
It's not the time.
if you get interrupted, yeah.
Like 8 hours where Ukr's not a wolf?
Yep.
Yeah.
While Lemmy's sleeping, sure. Anyone else? Lemmy's sleeping, so and then you're gonna go do something. So not 10 actions. No.
Economy of Lemmy.
Economy of Lemmy.
Economy of Ahmed. All right, so I don't hear anything, and then of course poor Adam.
So I get
has
one
no-
day worth of research done then?
I sit in a hole.
He sits in a hole.
What, 1 day of research done then?
Yep.
Sweet. Holy crap, what was I researching?
Who's? I think it's in the research sheet or the.
I know, but
sheet.
I'm like, what does this spell even do?
Lemio is going back to Acropolis. Anyone else?
I'll take the charm from Lowcrick.
As long as it doesn't cut into my research time.
Okay. Lokrik tells you out loud what his last command was.
What was your last command?
To stay down there. Oberon and Zildan, are you going to go visit Lokrik? Or, sorry, Ukr?
No.
Yeah.
Oberon. Just a quick question. Do you know how long this could last?
Yes, if it's a powerful caster, it could last days, if not weeks.
Weeks?
We might want to remove the belt whenever we're done with the full moon nonsense.
Agreed. So we only have to use it once then, during the time. If it works, then we only have to use it once. I don't have to use it every day.
I don't think so.
All right. Then let's.
If he goes mad, I've got no quick way of escaping. I think I'll remain here.
I'll stay here only because he's still werewolfy.
Let me shake his fucking head. Alright, he's got 2 stones. He's gonna use Ukr stone to and no one's coming? I'll just try. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna go spend some time with Ukr, talk to Ixa and head back.
Okay, so Ukr.
That's it. We don't have to.
Eventually, your companions arrive. They see you. You're down at the bottom. You're compulsed to remain down there.
Don't think I killed anyone. I've been in the hole all night.
No, my friend, it's not really true. Yesterday we had a very close fight with Ixa. You almost killed her. I'm guessing you don't remember any of it.
You
I
did
remember
pick some,
wanting chicken.
you did pick some weird hair out of your mouth that next morning, like stuff between your teeth. Like, what were you eating? Fur?
Were they curly, dark hairs?
Ew.
Right. So, you lost control last night. Is there anything that you can tell us? Anything to help us?
There's
help
a
you?
hole in the bottom of the pit.
Right. I'm aware of that. Now give me a second. Lemmy's going to fly down, and I had a prepped one of my spells. What do you call it? The stone one. Basically, I'm gonna make
Stone shape?
stone shape. Sorry, I'm gonna try. I don't know if it'll work here or not, but I'm gonna try to make a grate using the stone itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can kind of like magically move the stone so it kind of covers the grate.
Yeah, but like make holes so it is the grate is the stone.
Give me a sculpture check or a mining or a profession stonemason
Oh, none of those.
knowledge engineering.
I'm going to give you a. Fuck, am I gonna give you? Yes, exactly. Nature, religion, play.
It'd be an in check.
Woodworking.
What's your ranks in woodworking?
1.
Wow. An in check then?
Yeah, in check it is. All right.
You play with your spell turns stone into mush, and you
22.
you do a pretty decent job at making the mud pies into something that makes sense.
Sorry, Iker, I couldn't. And by the way, you had a frickin' potion with you yesterday.
I can't find my musician.
Well, you used it.
That's because you drank it.
I must have felt threatened.
So let me. Yeah, right. Let me.
Face when he said that is hilarious.
The point is, we were trusting you not to pull that. I was trusting you not to pull that. So Lemmy is in air elemental form. He flies down to 30 feet. He's not getting closer.
Yep.
Actually, no. Give me a minute there, Uker. What's that over there? Actually, I have to touch the stone. I'll go touch the stone. Hey, Uker, and then slowly fly away.
Yeah, Oker was just staying in his weird little camp with food flung everywhere, and
He's
the
picking
bedroll
hair out of his teeth.
yeah, bedroll
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't sleep in, and torn shirt from where it's
Are you worried I'm gonna? Are you worried I'm gonna bite?
Yes.
This one has yarn in the title. I'm gonna have to eat her.
I am.
Okay.
What happened? Do you remember anything from yesterday?
I remember my chest exploding. I remember being a weapon.
That you were. That you were.
Why don't you give my friend light?
Give who light?
I'll throw the 5-pound rock towards Lemmy with the light spell on it.
It rolls towards you.
I don't like that he can see me. I can't see him.
Which friend are you talking about?
He's pointing up to the guy in
He's
the
pointing up to the guy in the.
Oh. Well, I can go and put some light on top of him. We'll go. Well, actually, I don't really want to interact with that bubble at all.
Put rock on bubble.
No. Knowledge or spellcraft, what the bubble is.
You guys have already poked around the bubble before with your spellcraft. You don't know. You know it's solid, and you know that it's a hedge of some sort. You could probably put something on. You could probably balance something on the top of it, but
All right, let me
you're
try
not
to put
getting
the
any
rock on
more
it.
rolls without doing something significant.
Interacting with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me put the stone on top of it.
Okay, you go there. You notice he's just standing there. He's leaning on heavily on one foot and the other, and he just goes like this. He like gives
What?
you like the finger gun.
All right. Uker wants to see you.
You position the light above him. He watches you. He takes out a pair of goggles, puts them on. They're these really, really fine spectacle-like goggles that are black.
Hey, Uker, how's that?
Good.
He then goes like this to you, Lemmy.
I think he wants to have sexual relations with me. I'm getting the hell out of here. It flies up.
Could you throw
Actually-
down some rabbit? I have craving.
Do we have rabbit in the storeroom? Lemmy doesn't get this. So.
There are meat in the storeroom, so they end up throwing down some sausages and that sort of thing. Coiled
Well, I'll
sausage.
fly it down. It's gonna land like mincemeat. Here you go.
It's
Over
buffet.
that corpse.
All right, so he goes down and wreaths you with sausage coil. It's my meat scarf. Oh, weird.
Okay. Now I've got somebody to talk to. At.
Talk at. Okay, you guys withdraw then, Lemio? Or are you staying here again, or like what's the order of operations here?
Withdraw seems reasonable.
Okay,
Fuck outta here.
Ixamiskal is waiting for you at the pavilion. Are we going to have a repeat of last night?
I don't think so.
I'm going to remain here. Sorry.
You're going to remain at the gate.
If we understand correctly, this charm will control him for days, and we've got him under control.
Then don't.
And I can
speak.
keep. Yeah, and I can identify when it's lost. As soon as it's lost, we'll rush over and reactivate it. And I won't. When I rush over, I'm not gonna. I'll let the alarm sound. All right.
I shall go make sure the alarms are in place. I should also go and look to find the way that he got out.
And alarm that as well. I've done my best to close it off. I do not think he'll be able to break it. But he's the strongest man I know.
Ixa goes off and flies to go set her alarm spells. She healed herself for another 20, and then she rested, and I believe she's a 10-hit die.
Is
creature.
she still injured?
She might be.
Oh, I'll put some healing in her.
She's got 12 hit dice, so she healed another 12. Yeah, she's got 18 damage left.
Okay, I'll put a cure moderate on her.
Okay.
Or actually, cure moderate. I'll do a burst. Another another
Six.
burst.
14. 4. Okay.
Another burst, because why not? Look at these rolls, guys.
Okay, you do 3 bursts, calling upon the power of Yggdrasil, and Ixamiskal is healed. Although that's pretty significant when it's like
chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
Ogre's pouting and kicking things in the air. He really wants chicken and rabbit for some reason, and this pork sausage is just not sitting well. They made it too spicy, and the spices are wrong. It's like the spices from a different culture. You're like, this is neat, and about the third one, you're like,
No.
I'm hungry, but too much spice X.
There's cumin.
Yeah.
Why is it human?
So you guys return to Runeshod. The second night, Lemio, you do check in on Uker, and Uker's just he's raging in the cave. You told him to stay there, and he's slashing at the walls and raging and just breaking things and throwing things all over the place. He's having a tantrum.
All right, go kill everything you want. No, stay there.
That morning of the second morning, Uker, you get your will save to see if you remember any of the previous evening.
Okay. I am good at the will save. 20! I rolled 17!
Uker, you now have memories of not only the previous evening, but all the other times you've changed, which is only one evening's worth. You now feel the beast within you.
That's what she said.
Like this horrible thing that wants to come out and just carve everyone to pieces. It's just like these horrible urges raging and boiling beneath your skin. Uker, you believe that the thing is like, it might just jump out at any time. Like it's not just the moon. You feel that it's really close.
Yeah, that or no control of it. Oh, jeez.
Does the party go and visit him in the second day?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the three of you?
Does Azzy want to come see me in the hole?
Did we get
Azzy will come see you in the hole.
during that day? Did we get word from the other place?
Nope, not yet.
Yep. That's why we need a spy network.
You always use. It's always spy networks with you, isn't it? Every time.
Azzy, Oberon, and Lokrik haven't come yet. They're staying behind. But yeah, Uker, you're feeling like horrible. You're in this horrible pit. Your food's been spread everywhere. Your bedroll's been ripped to pieces. You know those things that you were trying to collect to kind of they're spilt and smashed. You had a horrible night in the cave. Your head is thrumming. You're feeling bad for attacking like Ixamiskala.
Yeah.
You've got this thing where it's like, but she'd be so tasty, and you're like, no, I can't eat that. It's smart. You guys just see Uker at the bottom. He's just got his
Hold up.
head in his hands.
Uker, the fuck are you doing, boy? You alright?
I tried to eat her.
Yeah.
I tried to eat you.
400 feet away, you probably guys are going.
No. Lemmy flies down again.
Okay.
What they're hearing more is mumble, mumble, mumble. Then
As I see the guy in the bubble, I'm like, I assume that's his greeting. I'm like,
He's doing this little kind of like tap number, and then he shrugs as you go by, and he continues doing this little.
Oh, he's a pretty good dancer, isn't he?
Are you? Oh, yeah, I guess you can see him now
Under
because
the
there's a
spotlight.
light underneath there.
yeah.
Galeth, you could learn some moves from him.
No, I can't. I have max ranks in dance.
there's nothing I can learn.
Okay, Lemio flies down to see Ook.
Uker, how you feeling, boy?
I tried to eat her. I tried to eat you.
Well,
You
you
smell
didn't.
like a rabbit.
It's all right. You weren't in control of yourself. We know that.
I wasn't out of control either. I remember
Just for you,
thinking.
Just for you, Pepping Cloud. There's the bubble guy. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
I was hunting,
You think you
not
control
like a
yourself
beast.
like a man?
I was hunting like a man. Like
Well,
a
that's
man.
very. So you did respond to Gareth when he spoke to you. It's kind of shocked me as to you're able to respond, but you're still attacking. Made me wonder what's going on up there.
I
So are
want-
you in control of yourself now or not?
He looks at the belt. How can I know?
You
We haven't
you
tried-
feel the beast right underneath you. It's just swelling like a low burning flame that licks up every once in a while. Your heartbeat kind of rises in your throat. You feel like at any moment it could bust out. You're holding it back. Even right now, with Lemmy so close to you, you're holding it back.
Lemmy's not that close to him. Lemmy's flying in the air. Makes you think that I'm close to the guy after saying, I'm gonna kill, I wanted to eat you. I'm like, oh, okay, let's just go 5 feet more up in the air.
It's still there.
It's never going to go away, not until we find you the cure. You just need to know that you've got control. That's what you've got to work on. You're gonna have to tell us how to help. Our helping you is keeping you here until we get a solution. I don't know if you're gonna change or when you're gonna change. You're gonna have to tell us. What time is it right now?
This is the afternoon of the second day.
Okay, let's go get you some sunlight.
No, sorry, this is the final day of the full moon. The evening is the final day. Yeah,
So-
the moon isn't out.
final day, final.
The moon's not out yet, right?
Nope.
Okay,
Night has not.
let's
fallen.
get you some sunlight. You've been in this spot for too long. So I cast light on him. Why don't you go? Let's some I guess flight on him.
Okay.
And go
So you
very
get close.
Okay,
Light is a touch.
Yeah, put your sorry. Put your hands and feet on the ground and don't move.
Okay, so crawl around on all fours is basically now the command.
He's demeaning you
I
like an animal.
will
Sorry,
try to
Euchre.
turn into a wolf.
All right, so you figured that probably this is the best way to do it. Give me a Constitution check.
If he wants me to be on all fours, that's how I'd be on all fours.
The Constitution check in the current conditions is 10.
Okay. 20.
Booker begins
Hi.
to change. His snout comes out.
Back the fuck away.
He's on all fours.
I
You have
really
control.
wanted to.
You feel yourself still like the beast. It wants to tear things apart, but you still feel like you have some measure of control. But then there's this belt around you that's just not only squeezing against your waist, but it's also crushing your collar at this point. No, it is around your waist. It's squeezing around your waist, and it also squeezes around your mind. All fours. It's like down, boy, and you had to listen.
I'm sorry, I didn't know this was going to happen. Can you change into a form that I can speak with?
I'm sure the chaotic character is taking this all in stride.
Yep. So, asking a question, you don't know, like, how do you respond?
Euchre, change to a form that you can speak. You can speak like me.
Okay, so you're
Speak
commanding
like
him
Galith.
to change to a
To
form
change
where
it
you
to
can
a
speak.
form that yes.
Okay.
Trying to change back into humanoid, or are you trying to change into hybrid?
Does it feel better or worse being a wolf?
The beast wants to be a wolf.
Okay, so we'll go to hybrid.
Okay.
$19.
Uker is able to turn into a hybrid form. He's on all fours though, so he's
If you
prone.
can stand, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Oh yeah, he was first down on all fours, but then he stands up.
Yes.
Okay, so question: Are you in control right now because of the belt or because of your own mind?
I don't know. How could I know?
Like, I'm sorry, I can't let you up. I apologize, my friend. We're gonna have to wait until the moon cycle is done.
I don't need to go up, I just need to go out.
Just one more cycle. One more night. Lemmy's not close to him. Lemmy's not on ground fucking level.
The bubble guy
Just an
is leaning up
FYI.
against the side of the bubble, looking down at your interaction.
Sorry, I apologize, my friend.
Uker's drawing it's either a smiley face or a toothy grin just in the muck
Okay.
with a claw. Big enough so the guy in the bubble could see.
There's a flash of a grin from the guy in the bubble.
Lemmy flies up. Did you see that?
He looks at you.
Yeah, I do the. I think this is the way he like greets people, like with the thing like that.
Yep.
I do every time I pass by, I'm like.
He gives you two guns and then does a little twirl and it just sort of settles in. He's standing there. He gives you like a "What you gonna do now?"
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have time for this. He goes back. He climbs all the way up.
He actually rolls his eyes and he's shaking his head at you as you go flying away from him. And Uker, your last command was to change into
Turn
a form.
into something that can
Talk.
talk. Yep, he's staying like a good boy in the bottom of the thing while they can see him.
Okay, Lemio returns to his Ilden side and to Galith.
Yeah, right. So I don't know if he's in control or not. He doesn't know. I've asked him. He, in front of me, turned into a wolf and then into that man-wolf thing. I don't even know if he meant it or not.
He's straining to listen.
Yeah, it's 400 fucking feet away.
Yeah, he does make it. He's not trying. He's
You
trying.
can see the three of them talking. The three of them are
Yeah.
with their heads together, powwow.
Look, he's just down there one more day. We'll get him tomorrow. See how he is then. It's worst if it should be over then.
Oh, we fucking hope. Alright.
I hope so.
Azildan yells down, "Alright, Uko, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll bring you some proper clothes and something to eat. Something delicious."
Nom 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 nom.
I missed it. The internet didn't draw. All I heard was something delicious. What was the first half?
Oh,
Let's
we're
see.
gonna kill you and turn you into something delicious. I'm kidding.
Shit.
No, he said, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll bring you some clothes and something to eat. Something delicious.
Rabbit.
He yells he wants rabbit.
Let me straightens his collar. Shirt.
Oh, I could go get him a rabbit, no problem.
No rabbits. Alright. Let's just get the hell out of here. Let's head back.
That is an example of an acceptable metagame.
Oh, Uker told him he smelled like
right.
rabbit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Never mind. Even if you didn't tell him, that was an acceptable metagame. Ew. Okay, so you guys withdraw back to Runeshod.
Yep.
Are you leaving Uker as is, Ahmed?
Iker, did you want any more food down there?
I don't know. Maybe we should
I
leave
should-
him his runestone and a climbing kit and
I could use another mutagen.
his alchemy set.
Do you need some food down there?
So you're going back to
Enough.
Runeshod?
You have enough? Alright, well, I guess stay
Yeah.
there. Stay there till we come back.
Okay.
Azilion's gonna go see if he can hunt a rabbit when he gets back.
Give me a survival check. Lemio, you're just traveling back to
16.
Runeshod.
Mm-hmm.
Are you checking in on him every hour? Okay.
Well, I'll make sure that like as soon as we get out of the area, like 5 minutes, I'm gonna check to see like what's he doing now.
Okay, so what did Uker do in 5 minutes when he had 5 minutes of freedom?
He chiseled out that stone grate that was produced and began an escape to freedom.
Last thing I said to you was stay there till we come back.
Stay
There is
until
very
we
subjective,
come
though.
back. Okay. You're able to bust the grate, but you have to stay there.
There might have been a howl they might have heard before
Yeah.
they got all the way out.
You're like breaking the stone and kind of stomping
Yeah.
it in, and your leg fell down. Oop, that's not me staying there, but it's kind of
Yeah.
close enough. And you notice that Zakander has breathed against the side of the of his bubble and traced a heart in the bubble. He gives
Uker's
you, he gives you
going-
two thumbs. He gives you two thumbs, whatever that means.
It's an ancient Akunian curse.
Uker will give the guy a nod and we'll start writing out basic alphabets of different languages he knows to see if this guy knows any of them.
Okay, which one do you start with?
He'll start with just being the type of guy he is. He'll start out with Akunian. Just,
All right, let me see if this version of angel and or demon knows how to speak languages. Because some of them just know how to speak. Now I have to read what this means. Because some of them don't bother to learn languages because they have,
they have true speech.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so you go through Akunian, he shakes his head no.
Vosgar or Vosland? Being
Nope.
giant.
French.
He's like,
And then it's Nizumi Nagaji dynastic.
No, he speaks Nizumi. Who knew?
Oh, Nagaji, maybe.
he then shrugs. He then begins breathing on the side of the inside of the bubble, and he writes something. Give me a knowledge linguistics check.
One of the nice things about not having an alchemist kit is I don't perpetually take penalties to my intelligence score from always being on drugs. 22.
He wrote in Celestial first, then the next one.
13.
You don't know. And then the third one?
24.
The third one was him. It was like you're surprised at it, and he gave you a smirk, and he just wiped it away very quickly. He was writing to you in Infernal.
Infernal. He'll put his finger up. He'll give him a shush one for that one.
Yeah, Pepin, in this game, because there's many worlds, I was not kind, and I didn't create a universal common. I see common as a trade tongue for a distinct world. I don't see common as this sort of thing that crosses many worlds. Voslandic, however, got spread to several worlds. There are some tongues that are common-ish, but to a localized region. And then looking at this particular monster's stats, because it has this ability to basically communicate via a magical means, it means they don't spend a lot of times learning languages. Here's one particular time.
The one time where it would have been useful.
When knowing a language, because there's a barrier between you, might have been obvious. He gets bored at your lack of knowing any of his tongues, and he actually recedes from view.
Look, motherfucker. Ukr's giving him a bit of a blast about how I know more than you do, apparently.
Yeah, and then 5 minutes later, when you're checking in on Ukr's actually saying hello on the stone in many languages, Lemio.
Interesting.
Like he's writing
something.
He's writing, and eventually you catch a language that you guys have in common. I guess it would be Busland.
And he's writing it big, right?
Yeah, he's writing it big.
Giant
I assume he's talking to the guy. He's trying to
again, you don't see through his eyes. You just get the gist of what he's doing. So he's writing messages on the wall.
And I don't know how big in that case.
Big. He's making big paint stroke on the wall with shit from the bottom of the... Okay, are you you commanded him to stay down there, so that seems to be safe.
Yeah.
The full moon happens, which means Ukr now needs to try to... I'm assuming you're trying to maintain control of your okay. The DC of the Constitution check to maintain control when a triggering event happens. Yes, you're triggered, and we will co-opt that word for this campaign. This is werewolf trigger.
Trigger warning.
One of the triggers is the full moon, and the DC 25 con check you need to make is basically to maintain control of you when the trigger happens.
DC, what was it?
25.
25.
Can you make that?
It is a D20 roll, so...
I need to do a display of Constitution. Oh, gods. Okay, so, I have a +4.
Roll a 19 or anything closer. 17, 18, 19.
Like this wave of hatred coming.
I
Roll a
mythic
d6.
point.
Okay.
You're like, no, I will remain in control of this beast.
And you hear this...
No, I won't.
22. No, it's not enough. and Ukr goes crazy. But then is still forced to stay at the bottom of the pit because of the spell, so then he just wrecks everything he can get his hands on down in this pit.
This is why we can't have nice things.
You check in on Ukr again, and he's just breaking shit.
He lost control again. Shit. I don't know what we're gonna do, Jeff. I don't know what we're gonna do, fellas.
He's now taking that grate that he built, and he's like bending the metal and turning it into this twisted little thing, and then he throws it against the wall. You're just getting bits of just this anger coming off of Ukr that evening.
He's pretty angry, that's for sure. Let's remind him that did this for his own good.
Once the dominate worked, you didn't have to make me live in a pile of shit.
I don't know how long it. I don't know when it wears off.
Yeah.
At least there's some rounds between us finding out it's gone to he's free. Like, oh, he's sitting right beside Ixaman.